Lionel Messi. By the time the 2022 FIFA World Cup arrived, Lionel Messi had already won almost everything in football except the sport's biggest prize. Leading Argentina as captain in Qatar, he delivered one of the greatest tournament performances ever, scoring in every knockout round and inspiring his team to the final. After a dramatic match against France, Argentina won on penalties and Messi finally lifted the World Cup trophy. It was the perfect ending to his World Cup story and is widely expected to be his last appearance on football's biggest stage. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo entered the 2022 World Cup hoping to complete his collection of major honors. Portugal reached the quarter-finals, but Ronaldo lost his starting place during the knockout rounds. Portugal were eliminated by Morocco in one of the tournament's biggest surprises. Ronaldo left the pitch in tears, knowing his dream of winning a World Cup had likely ended. The tournament marked the closing chapter of a remarkable World Cup career spanning 5 editions. Neymar. Neymar arrived at the 2022 World Cup carrying Brazil's hopes of ending a long wait for another title. He battled injuries during the tournament but returned to help Brazil reach the quarter-finals. Against Croatia, Neymar scored a brilliant extra-time goal that appeared to secure victory, only for Brazil to concede late and lose in a penalty shootout. The emotional defeat led many to believe it could be Neymar's final World Cup appearance. Luka Modrić. Luka Modrić entered the 2022 World Cup as one of the most respected midfielders in football history. For years after leading Croatia to the final, he once again guided his nation deep into the tournament. Croatia reached the semi-finals before finishing third. Modric's leadership, passing, and composure were central to another historic run, providing a fitting farewell if it proves to be his final World Cup. Robert Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski spent much of his international career chasing a meaningful World Cup moment with Poland. In 2022, he finally scored his first World Cup goal and helped Poland reach the knockout stage for the first time in decades. Their journey ended against France in the round of 16. While Lewandowski achieved several personal milestones, the tournament likely represented his last realistic chance to make a deep World Cup run. Luis Suárez. Luis Suárez entered the 2022 World Cup as one of Uruguay's greatest ever players. Uruguay needed a strong result in their final group match but were eliminated on goal difference despite winning. Suárez watched the decisive moments from the bench, visibly emotional as the tournament slipped away. The exit marked a painful ending to a World Cup career filled with memorable goals, controversy, and unforgettable drama. Thomas Müller. Thomas Müller was a key figure in Germany's 2014 World Cup triumph and arrived in Qatar hoping to help restore the national team's reputation. Instead, Germany suffered another disappointing group stage exit. Müller later suggested that his World Cup career might be over. His final appearance reflected the struggles of a once dominant German side trying to rebuild. Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer revolutionized the role of goalkeeper with his aggressive sweeper-keeper style. At the 2022 World Cup, he remained Germany's captain and defensive leader. However, Germany again failed to advance from the group stage. If Qatar proves to be his last World Cup, Neuer's legacy will remain secure as one of the greatest goalkeepers the tournament has ever seen. Karim Benzema. Karim Benzema won the Ballon d'Or shortly before the 2022 World Cup and was expected to play a major role for France. Unfortunately, an injury suffered just before the tournament forced him to withdraw. France reached the final without him, but Benzema never played a single minute. His World Cup career ended in the most frustrating way possible, from the sidelines rather than on the pitch. Sergio Busquets. Sergio Busquets was the last remaining starter from Spain's 2010 World Cup winning team. At the 2022 tournament, he captained a young Spanish squad that showed promise but struggled in the knockout rounds. Spain were eliminated by Morocco on penalties in the round of 16. Soon after, Busquets retired from international football, bringing his World Cup journey to a close. Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud arrived at the 2022 World Cup as France's all-time leading scorer and exceeded expectations once again. He scored crucial goals throughout the tournament and helped France reach another final. Although France narrowly lost to Argentina, Giroud's performances reinforced his reputation as one of the most reliable strikers of his generation. The tournament served as a fitting final World Cup chapter for the veteran forward. Pepe. Pepe became one of the oldest outfield players ever to score at a World Cup when he found the net for Portugal in 2022. Even in his late 30s, he remained a fierce competitor and defensive leader. Portugal's quarter-final loss to Morocco ended their campaign and likely marked Pepe's final World Cup appearance. His longevity and commitment made him one of football's most remarkable veterans. And that's the story of some of football's greatest superstars and their final World Cup appearances. From unforgettable triumphs to heartbreaking farewells, each of these legends left a lasting mark on the biggest stage in football. Which player's last World Cup was the most memorable to you? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more football stories and explanations. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.